Yes, this is part two of my case study. As I mentioned to finish the last video, helping Carl's family is something that we need to do to create a stable environment for Carl at home. Make sure that we're not making gains at school and then at home we're losing all that. So it is important that we help Carl's family through this problem and through this divorce. Also, I believe, as I mentioned before, removing Carl from a classroom is a bad idea. I feel there are better solutions to addressing the problems that have occurred. Obviously, if he's harming other students and different things like that, we're going to have to do something with that. But removing Carl, I think, as first knee-jerk reaction when something bad happens, I think we have to come up with a better plan for that, with maybe getting another pair in there, getting someone in there that he trusts and that can limit that behavior. I think there's other options that we need to explore before we just send him straight to the resource room. The reflection of this case study, I think Carl is a young man that is going through a very difficult time right now. He's expressing that through poor behavior in class, through harmful behavior. I think there is a group of educators that need to get aligned with their plans and their goals as they move forward, and they need to utilize the school district. It's not a school district that really is very cohesive when it comes to a lot of stuff because of the way it's structured, but they need to get aligned and come up with a great plan for Carl. Not just for Carl, but for me, for any problems that they have that are going to be similar to this. This seems like a very common problem that school districts have, and we need to make sure that we have a good plan moving forward. As principals, I think that our leadership is very valuable. We have to promote academic success with every student. We have to do that through finding positive reinforcement for each student that we have. I think positive reinforcement is extremely important. It gets kids engaged. It lets you know that you care about them. If you just constantly hit on negative, kids start losing focus on things, and it's harder to build that relationship and that trust. So positive reinforcement will be very important for academics, for success, and especially for Carl. We need to come up with a plan to make inclusion work. We need to collaborate as a team and come up with great ways that we can make this work, and come up with a good plan for Carl to keep him included in that third grade classroom. We need to find staff member that can connect with Carl. We have to find somebody that he trusts, that he can go to and talk about what's triggering some of these behavior disorders. I think that's very, very important to help him have academic success and the students in the classroom. Second category, promote the personal well-being of every student. I think as educational leaders, as principals, as the administration team, we need to develop a plan for all our team members and create that positive learning environment. I don't see things at Schuyler as being very positive. I think with things being so spread out, they have to figure out a way to come up with a plan to get everybody moving in the right direction and the correct vision and goals that their school needs to come up with. We need to make sure that we keep students safe. Any disruptive behavior that's unsafe, we need to make sure we remove that student and use that resource room for Carl to talk about different problems, and other students to talk about different problems. So hopefully we can get to the bottom of his behavior problems, and we can limit those as we move into the future. As administrators, it's important that we enhance instructional capacity by doing these three things. Increase the communication between all our team members. That's so important. Communication through email, through personal conversations, through group meetings, different things like that is very, very important to to come up with great instructional ideas and tools to help our students learn. Create a mindset and a culture that's going to help our students achieve at their highest level possible, overachieving. And we have to create an unbelievable culture within our school that promotes that, and that as a team we can consistently come up with ways to help every student achieve their maximum potential. That's very, very important. And the last one was just use our limited resources, collaborate as a team, as I mentioned earlier, and come up with this great plan that we're very consistent, especially with our more challenging student. Consistency within the classroom as they leave one classroom and go into another, that consistent discipline and that consistent structure that we create through a plan through our team is happening in all classrooms. That's very, very important. Thanks for listening. This was a great a case study, and I really enjoyed doing this project.